Hi, my name is Josh Zander. I'm the teaching professional here at Stanford University Golf Course and host teaching professional for My Smart Golf. How many times have you been faced with this shot? You've hit a couple of nice shots on a par 5, you're right up next to the green looking to make a birdie, or maybe you're in front of the green and 2 on a par 4 and you're looking to save a par. And you're faced with this situation where you have a pitch shot over a bunker to a tight pin. You get up there with good intentions, trying to score on the hole, and then you lay the sod right over it and put it right in the bunker. Well, why did that shot happen? What you have to understand is that the leading edge, which is this part of the club, just dug into the ground, and that laid the sod right over the ball. So the two parts of the club that you really want to understand in order to execute the shot correctly is the difference between when the leading edge hits the ground and when the bounce hits the ground. The leading edge is a digging part of the club. It is designed to penetrate the grass and take a divot. The bounce is designed to slide along the grass. So if I have my club shaft leaning forward at address, I am destined to just chunk that ball and put the leading edge into the ground. What I try to do in order to make the bounce work is make sure that at impact my right forearm and club shaft are in line. Then the bounce will just slide along the ground. I can hit the ground as hard as I want, and the club is sliding probably for 4 or 5 inches along the ground. That gives me a very forgiving bottom of the golf swing. I don't even have to hit the golf ball first. As long as I land somewhere within the vicinity of the ball and use the bounce, I'm in business. So first I'm going to show you a drill, which is actually a very easy way to hit pitch shots. It's just a right arm drill. So you just feel like at impact, your right forearm and club are in line, brushing the grass like that. Perfect little pitch. So I can get up here and be in position to really score. A friend of mine in Arizona is a great teacher. His name is Mike LeBove. He calls it building a disaster-free short game. Well, disaster-free, we can't be sticking that club in the ground. We need to have it brushing along the grass. So first I'm going to hit the shot just with my right arm. And I've hit a nice, high, soft one over the bunker. I'm in business to make a par or a birdie. Now, just to show my friends that I'm not showing off, I'm going to go ahead and put my left arm on there just for decoration. I still feel like my right arm is producing this shot. I probably hit 1 or 2 inches behind that ball, but no problem. My club just slid right through. So sometimes you may be faced with a situation where you really need a high, soft shot. Okay? You may think, boy, I need a 64-degree wedge like Phil Mickelson to pull this shot off. Well, not really. I've actually got a 3-iron in my hand here, which doesn't have a whole lot of loft. But I'm going to make it have 90 degrees of loft by doing 2 things. I'm going to go ahead and open the face and lay the shaft down in order to have 90 degrees of loft on that club. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did with my sand wedge. I'm going to make sure that I come in with my right forearm in line and I can slide this 3-iron right under the golf ball. Nice, high, soft pitch. Now, I obviously wouldn't do this with a 3-iron. I would do this with my sand wedge. And just grab the sand wedge. Grab the sand wedge and do the exact same thing. Open the face a little bit. Lower the handle. My hands, as you can see, are very low. Widen my stance. And do the same thing where I'm trying to get the club in line with my right forearm. And I've got a nice, high, soft pitch. Again, notice, no divot. The bounce just slid along the grass. Now, you may also ask, well, what if my lie is really tight? Well, let's go over to the putting green. Let's pitch one off of there. So you can't get a much tighter lie than right on the putting green. Okay, there's absolutely no fluffiness, not a whole lot of grass underneath this golf ball. Now, if you think back to Brandt Snedeker at the Masters this past year, he hit one of the best shots I've ever seen in tournament golf. He was playing with his idol, Tom Watson, who happens to be one of my idols, and Watson called it one of the best shots he's ever seen. So Brandt was faced with a putt that if he had to putt it, he would have had to go over the fringe, and then he couldn't really predict how far the ball was going to go. So he went ahead and just used a wedge to pitch it. Well, using a wedge right off a putting green with the immense pressure at the Masters, and those things are as tight as they get, and you know he didn't want to take a big chunk and divot out of the putting green, so he just used the bounce. So here I am again on a tight lie, and if I go back to my right arm drill, I can just pitch this thing right off the putting green, and again, there's no divot there. Absolutely no problem. So here I am in a similar situation where I've got grass going, a ball that's going to break a little right to left, and I can't really putt it. So I'm going to go ahead and just pitch it off the putting green using the bounce. Right up over the fringe, it breaks right down to the hole. It's really not that difficult a shot. If you can use the bounce, it becomes a lot more forgiving. So try it yourself.